Hello, Aries. How are you guys doing? Welcome. For those of you that are brand new, for those of you returning and have subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And for those of you that are new, I am Patty, and I'm doing your intuitive reading for October 12th through the 18th. And if you would like to look below, I am doing dailies now, and I have a new Facebook group. So if you'd like to join that, get up to date and new information, sometimes daily, sometimes just odd information like the moons or the planets, or I'll come in and just throw something in there, or about a reading. So you can also ask comments and questions. You're very welcome to ask questions. And in anything I do live, it will just have to wait till the end when I'm done with the reading, only because I don't want to interrupt the if there's people coming through or entities coming through to help me, and out of respect, but also too, it keeps my concentration in one focus. So you can ask a question, be glad to answer it, say hello, or tell me where you're from. And then for those that are single, if there's no love, I'm going to start doing this week, this coming up week. So if there's no love in there, I am going to go ahead and pull 3 cards and see what is in that little love box for you guys coming up for the singles. So a lot of the times I don't get that in my readings. It's all up to the divine on what is to come in. And a lot of times it's like, you know what, let me figure the love out for you, so just hang on. But that's a lot of people want to hear about, but what about, what about? So I'll be doing those at the end if it doesn't come up in the reading. So let's get started for Aries. And Aries, this is the 12th through the 18th full. We have a new moon, a super moon coming in on the 16th for you guys. And everything's in Aries. Mars is in Aries. Chiron is in Aries. We got the new moon in Libra, though. So it's going to be crazy times. Fiery times for you. You guys are fiery. Causing me all kinds of trouble this month. Too much fire, let me tell you, and it's going to get hotter. It is going to get hotter. I've already looked at the last couple of weeks, and oh, Lordy Jesus. All right, so we have balancing act is our first energy out, which it is going to be a very much balancing act. So we have encouragement. I'm going to see if that is actually going to come up again, or if that actually happened before. If that is the energy that they want to portray through, or if there is some other energy. All right. So hopefully everybody's happy. Hopefully you guys have at least tried one of the dailies. Let me know how you think of those. If you subscribe and hit the bell, then you can actually be notified when those are on. No, we got a spark. We have spark, which is 5. We get 2 and 5, and then we have coming to life. Wow, this sort of showed, was this up for you guys last week? I couldn't believe this. This is actually sort of what came up last week for one of the signs. Spark coming to life. So let's see, we've got 2, which would be balancing. We've got 7 and 11, which would be 2 and 2. And then we have 7. So on your 2s, which is, okay, so we have the balancing act. I had to think a second here. We have the balancing act, which is a number 2. And the number 2 in numerology is balancing as well, or it could be division. So it all just depends on which way you go. Then we have spark, which is 7. And 7 is a lot about potential and ambition. So there's something here that is actually trying to balance with a passion of yours. And then we have coming to life. So there is something that is transforming. And I'll tell you about this in a second, which is the number 11, which is 2 too. So there's balance. So there is something trying to balance out in your life for this next week. There's something there of a great desire that you have. And you can see this in both of these. So for the oracles of these enchanted map oracles, if you look at the balancing, what is falling from her ship is hearts, and then also to what is coming in as a spark is heart. So I could see a lot of cups maybe coming into this reading, but this is coming to life. Now this is something that it feels like you're manifesting, something that could be of the heart. Now everybody thinks, oh, well, that means a new love relationship. No, it could mean something that you're passionate about, something that you're have a desire of your heart about, and it is going to take some energy to balance all that out, because not only do you have to balance emotionally, mentally, but physically what's going on. And it's going to take, it's like being an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur, and it takes a lot of balance in my day to take care of family, take care of business, take care of myself physically, and also too mentally and emotionally. Where does it not balance majority of the time is we stop taking care of ourselves physically. We get lazy, we get in a rush, we grab something to eat, not thinking about what we're putting in our body, that kind of stuff. And it's not that, it's just life. So prioritizing, I think, is going to be really huge for you this week. And here's why I said I'll tell you about that in a minute, is because as the end of the month comes, it's going to get really heated, really intense, really hot. And it's going to be really important for you to plant the seed where you want it to plant and to grow. So whatever you're thinking about doing right now, whatever in your mind that you really enjoy and your passion and you want it to come to life, make it come to life. So the end of this month, with the way the planets and Mars and the moons, because we got another moon, a full moon coming in the end of the month, it's about the time of planting that seed, making sure that it's watered, there's fertilizer and everything. It's not growing yet. You have just planted the idea. The intention is there to now manifest it and make it grow. All right, so let's see what else there's going to be coming in here. All right, so we have the Justice card first out, which is interesting. So there may be, okay, thank you. So what that's coming out for, so whatever this is that you have a passion or something that you're planning on doing, it's going to take paperwork. Of course, it's going to take paperwork, but it's going to be really, really important for you to dot the I's and cross the T's. Because when the Justice card comes out, that has to do with legal or binding documents or a contract or, anything that you're going to sign. Could even be a bill of sale. Say you're finally, for me, you're finally buying that, Gypsy van or that Clydesdale you've always wanted, and you have to sign the papers for it. Could be simple as that. But this is a passion and desire, and you're making it happen. Actually, not you are making it happen. You and the divine are making it happen, because he's putting the resources there for you. So don't forget to thank the divine for all that is happening in your life at this point. That is really huge, because a lot of the times we forget to be grateful and thankful. And that's when things, sort of start getting taken away from us. Like, well, we do this with our kids. Oh, wow. You didn't appreciate that, did you? Wow, fine. Then I'm never going to get you that again. Kind of thing. Yeah. So fine. You don't appreciate it? I'm never going to do that for you ever again. Just remember that. All right. Here we go. I'm feeling a lot better. So if any of you watched my videos this week, Mars on the 6th was so close to the Earth, I was drained for days. I mean, energy vampires did not even could do what Mars did to me these last few days. It was just, wow. And even put me in a very low vibration, trying to fight to bring those vibrations up. So if you're feeling a little anxiety, a little low, a little depressed, that's Mars right now, big time. So I'm finally regaining some of that energy back. So we have the Page of Cups. Again, I told you that maybe cups were going to come into play. We have the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands. So there is a message. There's some kind of creativity or passion going on here. The Knight of Wands is about communication. It could be movement. It also is... he's sort of got this romantic side, so very soft side, even though he has to look hard and act hard. I just got an itchy nose today. I think I've got allergies again. So there's a message coming, and I think it has to do with these three here together. They're all combining together, and because it is a creativity kind of thing. So this is all working together. So there is somebody else involved in all of this. Of course, there always is a second person. If you're going to sign something, somebody else has to be involved, right? But I think this is actually something that you have wanted and you have waited for. All right. So let's see what else. This could be somebody coming into your life as well. They're a little bit, if it's a masculine coming into your life, they're not that really hard, like, old fashioned do it kind of guy. It's like, hey, let's think about this, let's do this. But they're not that so soft kind of guy that they're sort of like, well, whatever you want to do, honey, that's fine. One of those guys. But if it's a girl too, it's same thing, only reverse kind of thing. So yeah, so somebody is definitely thinking about whatever is going on in your life this week. Now this could, again, told you the cups were going to show up, didn't I? This is a 4 of Cups, which also means some stability. They're working on stability, working on an energy that may be trying to get things to be more stable rather than unstable. Good luck with that for this month, because the way the planets line is going to be really hard, but you can do it. You can do it, but it is going to be harder. And this has got you focused more on that. And it's sort of like you're getting frustrated. You're getting frustrated or down on yourself because you just can't seem to pull it together. Don't do that, because right now the planets and everything going on, it is going to be unstable way after actually the November 13th, when the Mars retrograde goes bye-bye. Even during that time until the end of the year. But until November 13th, we are going to be just unstable, bickering, not quite sure, anxiety's up, and everything's all over the place. Nothing is clear. So just take each day at a time this week, whatever it is that you're working on, baby step your way through, because it is going to happen. So if this is something that you want, you're just trying to figure out how to balance life. That's why I'm a life balance coach. Just playing with you. But no, I'm not. I am a life balance coach, but I'm not trying to get you to come to my services. Sorry about that. Oh, it's so nice to feel better. Let me tell you, that energy, that Mars, wow. Being an empath can be really, really hard some days, some weeks actually. And then also too, on top of it, you got a lot of people going through so many things, and I'm an open door, always an open door for people. And it's just trying to listen to the divine all day long, and hear what they want for their life is definitely draining. So I have to sort of back off from that sometimes. All right, so we have the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is all about struggle, trying to carry the burden alone, or maybe you're not carrying the burden alone and this is sort of lifted for you. Thank you. So looking at this card, they're asking me to look at his eyes. And if you look at his eyes, basically is saying, hey, can you help me here? So somebody's needing help, needs to ask for help, and there may be a little bit of fear going on. And this card comes right after this because somebody's trying to do everything by themselves. And whatever this is that you're working on, it can't be done really by yourself, because there has to be another person to work through the legalities or the paperwork or whatever it is. Now, this could be school. Maybe you're working on a project. This is something you've wanted. Maybe you're in a degree that you really like and that you need help on a project or a thesis or a paper or whatever it is. This could be any age of a person that you're going through. This could be also the energy of a couple. So somebody, I'm feeling the energy that if this is a couple, definitely there is love there, but somebody's feeling like, man, there's a lot of energies here. So this feeling like a couple, it's like, okay, you know what? Thank you. So if somebody is feeling like they're carrying the burden, And like, you know what? I do everything around here and I'm just so tired. I just can't do that. Sort of that kind of energy. Not saying that's it, but it's sort of that kind of energy. But don't take this wrong. You have to ask for help. You have to ask for help. Nobody reads minds. So you have to get over this fear this week of asking for help. This, I don't know who this is for, but somebody needs to ask for help, because you're not going to get it if they don't know you need it. Thank you. I hate when they do this. They're saying, well, that's like you. I'm like, yeah. So I have a problem asking for help. I've been an independent single mom for so many years that I've done everything by myself. And for me to ask for help, it's like saying, I can't handle it anymore. That's not healthy. And I know it's not healthy. And it's actually a fear inside you that is of rejection, is why you don't ask for help. So I don't know who that's for, what in relationship that is, but somebody has a fear for asking for help, and that's a fear, and a fear of rejection. And the thing is, I think once you begin to ask for help over and over and over again, it becomes sort of a natural that you can handle no, because handling rejection is an internal thing that you need to work on, and that means that. There's some healing in there. There's some hurt in there that at some point when you did get turned down or rejected about something, you didn't know how to handle it or deal it, and you thought it was all about you, which it really wasn't. So whenever anybody says no to something, one, there is a reason. Maybe they had a relationship with you and forget it kind of thing. Sort of like, can I borrow $10 and they never got their $10 back? And they're like, no, I learned my lesson from that one. Or is it because maybe they have a personal reason themselves why they said no? So your perspective is not the same as their perspective. And so you just took it in personally, which it shouldn't have happened. So don't be afraid if this is you. And if you have a partner, don't be afraid to ask that partner. If you're in a relationship, you should be able to ask that partner anything. If you're married, you should be able to ask, play, do however you want. And that's what should be happening in reverse. Because a lot of the times people are even afraid to tell their partner how they want to play. You know what I mean? And are ashamed to say that they want to play in a certain way. And when that partner may want that same thing, but is afraid to share it or say, hey, I was thinking the same thing. So that kind of thing there too. So don't be afraid, because fear is holding somebody back here. And the spark is there. You're working on the balance. This is the theme for this week. Remember, you're working on the balance. It's coming. But these two cards together are balance. And it's coming. Plant the seed. Have the intent. Have a plan. Have a purpose and a goal. And have a plan. Have a daily plan. Have a weekly plan. Have a monthly plan. Have a 6-month plan. Have a year plan. And I wouldn't go out past a year at this point, because everything is so uncertain right now. It's, you're going to plan one way and it's going to be twisted. And then you've got all these plans, a beautiful plan worked out, and it's like, oh, went this way. And so then you got to go back and change all those plans. So I would just say do 6 months at this point in time. All right. All right. Let's see what else we have for my Aries. Yes. So definitely is an opportunity there. And again, the balance is on this card to focus in on the center cup. Again, it's cups. This is of the heart, a desire of the heart. I told you before that I thought I'd see a lot of cups. So this card here, though, is a test. Something is going to come up this week that whatever you are working on is going to throw you off and try to get you off track. And so you need to stay focused in whatever the priority for this next week that you want to happen. All right, so that's the priority for this week. You really need to make sure that you stay focused. Something or somebody is going to throw you off track this week and say, yeah, do you really want that? Sure. You really want that? Let me see that you really want that. Oh, yeah, well, she went this way. This is why I do readings once a week rather than doing them monthly, is because the energies change depending upon the way that you move. So if the divine says go this way and you go this way, then the energies are going to completely change. Again, we have the Page of Swords, another page. Don't go backwards. Don't go backwards. You can look back that way, but that's gone. So this is all new information, and keep moving forward. And I'll take that for, I'll show that a little bit for a business. Yeah, temperance, balance. Again, balance, 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 balance all week. Figure out how you're going to balance your mental, your physical, your time, time management. I'm a master in time management, and that is huge. Time to fit it all in and still have time for you. That's what you have to have time for you, because this journey is about you and how you're to grow and help for other people. But people, it'll look back, going back to the Page of Swords, people will go back and they'll look back at stuff. And I'll take it for a relationship. If you're in a relationship, you're going back and maybe you're comparing somebody to something or somebody else. That's not the truth. The sword is about the truth. There's a truth and there's a lie or untruth on the other side of the sword, or it destroys and cuts, one of the two. But the thing is that we look back and compare to somebody else to who we might have dated. Okay. And then that's not fair. That's lying. That's not true, because this new person has a new journey, a new way of doing things. Even if they looked identical twins, they still do things a little bit differently. Their journeys are still a little bit different. So you cannot compare that. So you might look back and think about them every now and then, but you know what? Stop comparing them, because you're never going to grow a beautiful relationship by keep bringing them. You're bringing the past forward. It's like that Christmas carol where you bring the past, kind of thing forward. But the temperance, again, is all about balance. We need to balance, 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 balance till you bone. I don't want to balance down the yellow brick road. All right. All right. All right, Divine. What else is there? Oh my gosh. Okay. Swords are starting to come up now, and the reason why I think they're doing that is because the end of the month is just the same as the end of September. It's going to get, the intensity is going to get hotter for clarity, because we have Mercury opposing Uranus, and Mercury is about trying to find out the truth, where Uranus is say, hey, I got it. I got the truth for you. It's right here. Here, figure this out. So, and the Queen of Swords is about figuring out truth. So I think, and that's why the Justice card might be first, is because we're trying to make sure that the facts, same as last month at the very end, the facts have to match the whatever's being told. So don't go by any fiction. Don't, but, well, I guess so. Because if you start saying, if you hear yourself saying those words, you put my voice in your head saying, no, look at the facts. What are the facts? Because that's what Mars and all this planet shifting and aligning to. It's like going to these debates. What are the facts of these stupid debates? Rather than looking at, well, he said, she said, oh, you did, I did, all that kind of crap. You got to look at the facts. What do the facts say? So that's what's going to be the end of this next week for you, is making sure that you have your ducks in a row, you have everything aligned, that you're working on getting the balance, and then also you're planting that seed. And that seed is to grow in the next 6 months. So imagine, if you're starting this now and it's a beautiful thing that you're starting and you're all excited about it, just imagine it in 6 months that it's already come up out of the soil and it's actually growing in what you want it to be. 6 months, you can change so much, even in 2 months, even in a month. If you sat with me for a couple hours, I could tell you how the divine has just 180'd me in 6 months, literally, and has opened doors and closed doors, hugely, hugely, hugely. So yeah. So that would be part of the reading here. Now, if you're single, we're going to see what love might be bringing you for the rest of the month. Oops, I got that one upside down. So we're going to see what the singles, if there is love in the picture between the 12th and the 18th, or if there is a door opening for love, or if there's door opening for any possible relationship, any intimacies. If you could share any of that right now for me, please. For Aries between the 12th and the 18th, please. Queen of Wands. Sorry about that. Queen of Wands. The Hermit. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? And Temperance. You have two major arcanas here along with the Queen of Wands. And of course, I just wanted to see what this one was. The Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, again, about truth. Offering of truth, which is a really, really good thing. So if you're meeting somebody this week, if you're single and you're meeting somebody, this is a person that actually really has it sorted together. Female, male, I can't tell which this is. But I do feel more of a male presence, but I could be wrong. But this person actually isn't a real social butterfly. They're actually somebody who is very into themselves in a good way, internally, has good values, has good integrity, good morals. And they sort of have things balanced out. They sort of know what materialism is. They know what spirituality is. And they actually are good and balanced in between those. The other thing is Queen of Wands. They've got good communication going on. They're very confident in their communication. They like to communicate. And this is a person that I think is really intelligent in carrying on good communications as well as be light-hearted at the same time. So if you're looking for love or somebody to I almost said hook up. I don't like that. I think people that hook up on one night stand kind of thing, that's just my preference. But there's too many things that could happen, go wrong, STDs, and wow, and those could be a lifetime thing. But that's my opinion. But this person's going to be really good at communication. But if you're looking for this person to be a social butterfly, they're not that way. If that's what you're looking for, maybe this isn't the person for you, but they may be good for you because they are balanced. So maybe they're trying to bring some stability and balance into your life. Maybe you get out and you are a little bit of social butterfly yourself. So, I mean, you got balance all over the place, even in your reading here. Balance, 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 Yellow Brick Road kind of thing. All right. So Aries, that is your reading for October 12th through the 18th. Now, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. If you'd like to get our dailies or Facebook, come on and join my Divine Warrior Intuitive Facebook. I'd love to have a lot of subscribers there just to even chit chat and say hello. And that'll be a place where you can actually chat and talk to me or ask questions or get into empath and spiritual intuitive questions and coaching and that kind of stuff too. So I hope you enjoyed this. And there will be, if you notice on my channel, if you're subscribed, I am doing a live reading for the new moon. So if you're on Sunday, the 11th, we'll see you then too. So you have a great time. Have a great week. Get balanced. 2020 down below. Talk to you later.